Gonzalez, longtime Major League Baseball player and businessman. So, of course, I got to ask because the Dodgers just won the World Series, Adrian. You played with them for a couple of years, so tell me, were you watching every game, and what's it like to see the Dodgers finally win a World Series for the first time since 1988?
Yeah, I was watching most games, not every game, not every pitch, but there was definitely 3 of the World Series games out of the 6 that I watched from beginning to end, and then the other ones, I was in business meetings or things like that, so I was able to follow along through the app or whatnot. So yeah, I was extremely excited, happy for the guys, and it was really really fun to see these guys pull it off. Especially for me, yeah, for the ownership group, because the ownership group's really the best ownership group there is, and they're just a great group of men and people that are extremely well in business, and they own the team, but they're just amazing people to be with and be around.
Good deal. So you played when I'm a Cubs fan that lives about 12 blocks from Wrigley Field. So of course I remember the 2016 NLCS.
Mm-hmm.
And so what was it like to play with players like Kershaw and Rich Hill had a nice little stint there? It seemed like the whole team was left-handed at the time, and I know you're playing first base. Talk about that dynamic and just playing with those guys.
Yeah, I mean, the Dodgers organization has had some great players come and go, and great players that are still there, and it's always that's the thing that makes baseball so much fun. That you have a big group of a team, and you get to play with a lot of great players and some great characters in the clubhouse, some more serious guys, and you have a little bit of everything, which is a lot of fun, and it creates a great dynamic.
Good deal. Now, you've been in business, I imagine, for a little while. I don't know what the first business that you got involved in, but I know you and your wife have a clothing line. You're involved with something called Fly XP. Just talk about your digital ventures and your business ventures. Give me a little lowdown on how you got involved in the business world.
Well, I mean, one of the things is that I always had some great advice from some great people as I was playing, and they always told me, make sure you're set up for when you decide to stop playing, because a lot of the times, people just think that they're going to go out and play golf and they're just going to hang out, and it doesn't really work that way. You stop playing, and yeah, maybe you go play golf for a week, but then you're like, what else, and so. I started kind of doing some investments and different little things while I was playing, and it's been a great transition. My wife has a shoe line. You can see some of her drawings behind here in the office.
Nice.
It's called Mia Becar, and she's the designer and the CEO of the company. Makes her shoes in Milan and Italian-made shoes. And then for myself, I have Jersey Mike's. I have the ad development company that you're talking about, Fly, which is one of the verticals in that company. And then I have I'm a partner in the beer brand and a athletic clothing brand. I have a cigar line coming out soon. And I just it's for me, business is a lot of fun, and there's that that adrenaline factor there as well when you go into a business or when you become a partner, and you want to make sure that business is extremely successful. And so for me, it's been a lot of fun, especially, for me, one of the things I really take pride in is the Jersey Mike stores that I'm a owner of as well. We have 11 current stores, and continue to grow as a group there. And so for me, it's a lot of fun. Just business in general is a lot of fun. And it's definitely keeping me a lot busier now than I was when I played. When I played, I just had to train, then go to the field and practice baseball, right? And this one's like, I gotta keep track of emails and keep track of phone calls and conversations and Zooms and this and that. So you're definitely busy quite a bit. And so there's a couple of projects that are in the horizon for me as well. So really looking forward to these projects that are coming out in the next few weeks as well.
Good deal. Well, I want to ask you about the cigars next, as I know that's one of your newer pieces. But I had the great honor of talking with Shaquille O'Neal just about 2 weeks ago, and he's involved in a number of different businesses too. But when we got to talk about nuts and bolts in business, I asked him, kind of about the things that can go awry, or the things that the kind of the pieces of everyday business. So he talked about his Papa John's stores. So you own some Jersey Mike's locations. you got to hire all kinds of people. You got to hire managers to watch the day to day. And then, at any point, I suppose like a light bulb could blow, or an oven doesn't work right, or, who knows what. So talk about because I worked at a restaurant when I was in college. It was fine money, but I remember walking out of there and getting out of college saying, I'm never going to set foot in a restaurant again, much less own one. Obviously, it takes a different type of personality to want to do that and expand it. So talk about the ups and downs of owning restaurant franchises and just growing your business laterally.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, for me, it's been, from the moment I took over, it's been a great ride. Jersey Mike's corporate, Peter Cancro, his wife Tatiana, they are the best people to work for. They have such a giving heart. One of the biggest things about Jersey Mike's is the giving component, and they do so many different drives and different things, to be a part of the community. And that's really what excites me the most about Jersey Mike's. Yeah, you do have your trials, you have your things that happen. Your light bulb, your oven, your. Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. It
Okay.
popped off a minute there, but that's
Yeah,
okay.
I did. There was a phone call that came in. Sorry about that.
No problem. All right. So,
And I was just saying that you do have the bread oven that doesn't want to work from time to time, and you have this and that, the challenges that come with the day-to-day operations of it. But overall, it's been a great business that we've had, and we do have great managers. We have two operators, Ken and Beto, and they're amazing, and just the support system that Jersey Mike's gives us and everything. It's been great, and we're really looking forward to continue to grow, possibly into up north of 20 stores in the next few years. So it's something that I'm really passionate about.
good deal. Now, when I think of cigars, so I lived when I was a young single buck, I lived with a guy who I think thought he was James Bond. So he was into Mont Blanc pens and cigars and money clips and all that fun stuff. He rubbed off on me a little bit. So I tend to think of cigars not so much as tobacco, but as like, a fashion accessory, something that goes with a tuxedo and a martini. But there's got to be nuts and bolts of the cigar business that are probably less glamorous, I think. So talk about the cigar business and how you get started in that and where you go from the first point.
Yeah, so I met a great individual. His name's Luciano Mariles, at an event, actually at a basketball game, and he has the cigar line, which is a company called Ace Prime Cigars, and he has done cigars for Dominique Wilkins and Tiago Splitter, and we started talking about how we both love a good cigar, and hanging out with friends and having a discussion after dinner, and so that led to the conversation of like, hey, we should do your cigar line. I was like, man, I'd love to. And so the MXS line is the line that they produce cigars for Dominique and Tiago. And so we went down that road. And I mean, this cigar is a cigar that I have, we have created together, and it's an amazing cigar. The line will come out more than likely mid-November. And it's distributed by Crown Heads, and it's just a great venture, an amazing opportunity, and Luciano's just an amazing person, and he makes some of the best cigars in the world. So, it's just something that I'm really excited about as well.
Good deal. So now that you're out of baseball, you're pretty involved in business, but what do you do when you're not running your businesses? Do you play golf? What does Adrian Gonzalez do for fun and to kind of keep yourself sane outside the business world? Besides hanging out with your family, besides hanging out with your family and your kids, of course.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I mean, I do love to play golf. That's definitely one of the things I love to do here when I'm at home in LA. Obviously, right now is not the best of time to travel, but I do love to travel and just taste foods from different parts of the world, different parts of Mexico. Mexico has great cuisine and different cuisines in different regions, and so a big foodie and enjoy doing some wine trips with some friends, and so just good food, good wine, just golf. All those things are things that I really enjoy doing.
Good deal. So do you have a read on who you think might win the Masters in a couple of weeks?
I mean, it's one of those things where the conditions are definitely going to be different, being that it's a different time of year, and
Yeah.
so that might play a factor in it. The guys going into it that are hot usually are have a better chance because they feel their swings and they're not struggling or tinkering with things. Right now, obviously Bryson and Dustin Johnson have, been the ones, leading the pack. And so you kind of have to bet on them, but you never know. You might have, the usual greats of Rory and Justin Thomas and those guys, they might come in and surprise people.
Good deal. Well, Adrian, thanks for taking time with me. It's good to talk to you.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
Yeah.